Hello and good morning to my dearest audience. My name is LAXMAN from Sekolah KEBANGSAAN BANDAR HILIR with the code MBB2038. Let me share a few things about myself. I am 10 years old this year and I love to play chess. Besides, I am very curious as a person, hence I love to read about ancient history. Today, I am going to talk about this very fascinating book. It is about my favorite subject, ancient history. The title of this book is Myths, Legends, and Sacred Stories, a visual encyclopedia. The author of this book is Philip Wilkinson. The illustrators of this book are Subri Bal and Muhammad Zihan. This book is published by Andrew McIntyre in 2019. What I find fascinating, in my opinion, is that it tells myths from all around the world, such as Europe, Asia, Oceania, and Africa, just to name a few. It even has the most famous mythology, which is Greek mythology, which has gods like Zeus, Ares, Poseidon, Hades, and Aphrodite. Opening this book is like opening a vast and exciting world with armies falling and empires rising. What I like about this book is that the illustrations match the original mythology art style. There's even real-life evidence and artifacts to support the writing, such as Thor's hammer and King Arthur's sword, the Excalibur. Content arrangement-wise, this book reads easily as it is arranged from the continent with the most myths, which is Europe, with a whopping 62 myths, to the one with the least myths, which is Oceania, with only 6 tales. However, this book has over 100 tales with them, and I assure you, it will keep you interested to learn more about ancient mythology. There are many myths recorded in this book. One of them is Shiva, the Destroyer. It comes from Hindu mythology, where he took 7 deity forms to save the world from chaos. One of the reincarnations of Shiva is Rudra, where he turns into an archer shown with a trident. Rudra is referred to as a destructive deity, linked with howling winds and raging storms. He is considered the weather god Lord Indra's companion. As a Hindu myself, I find this fascinating as I could learn from Hindu mythology and understand my roots better. Do you know the movie Moana is based on Oceania mythology? Yeah, with the myth being Maui's feats and Maori deity. Interesting fact about Maui's fishhook in real life is that it is 3.5 inches long, while in the movie it is the size of a sledgehammer. Therefore, I think it isn't quite accurate because the movie director could be thinking that it is too small for the audience's liking. For the star lovers out there, here's a few tales you might find interesting. Do you know the constellation Taurus, or better known as a horoscope, was created by Zeus? It happened when one of the human wives of Zeus got married to an evil, greedy king. So Zeus cursed her to have a baby with a cow, and out came the great Minotaur. Does this name sound familiar to you? You might see it in games like Mobile Legends, God of War, or maybe even in the movie Percy Jackson. It is a creature born with a bull's head and a human's body. In some books, I see it depicted with the lion's mane. It has a sad ending, as because eventually it was slain by the great Theseus, and the body was left in the forest. Heracles found this body and gave it to his father Zeus. Zeus, not wanting this poor creature's body to go to waste, made it into the constellation we know now as Taurus. Another figure associated with Roman constellations. His Roman name is Hercules, but his actual name is Heracles. The constellation was first spotted by ancient Greek astronomer Ptolemy. The stars roughly make the shape of the great hero, kneeling down and holding his club. As you can see, ancient history contributed greatly to the astronomy field. It isn't just myths passed down from generation to generation, but rather carries a great impact on our civilization. As much as I love these tales and myths, I choose to read carefully and believe certain parts of the book. I also choose to do my further research and further readings. After all, not all myths are true unless it is strongly supported with solid evidence. This book can be interesting to history lovers. For instance, if you are interested in Egypt and its past, this book has got you covered with tales of great Lord Osiris, Lord Ra's creation, Lord Anubis, and the creation of the ancient underworld of Egypt. There's also myths of different gods from different mythologies, such as Odin from Norse mythology, Vishnu from Hindu mythology, and Zeus from Greek mythology. There's also tales of Loki and Thor working together to get Thor's hammer back from a giant king. His name was Thrym. The reason why myths, legends, and sacred stories is my most favorite book is because ancient history is my most favorite subject, and it also is because ancient history was my first subject I studied. One will never get bored with this load of information inside this book. I hope you enjoy and learn something from this review. That's all from me. Thank you.